Hey everyone, how's it going? It is Nathan here, and welcome to a R.I.P Eason tribute. As you may or may not know from AOC Zone, Eason, aka Faye, he sadly passed away only a week ago, and yeah, it's hit the community hard. It's been really difficult, and to have somebody of such a high level to just die and pass away so at such a young age is a pretty shocking thing, definitely. And yeah, the community's been really shocked, and I don't really know about the details. I heard that he was playing basketball and then he had a heart attack or something like that, but I'm not entirely sure about the actual details of that. But I think that's what happened. It's what somebody on AOC Zone said. I'll post the link of the thread in the description below, and I'll also post a link of his URL of his Ruby page, so you can go and say your farewells and goodbyes, like rest in peace Eason, and or stuff like that. And man, so many people have just said something on there just to show their respect, which is really good. It's really good. It shows that people do care, and of course, to lose Eason, a POZ person, a POZ player, a really nice AOC player, and I've as well also heard a really nice friend, and of many people, and of course my condolences to his friends and family. And I've heard that he has been a really nice guy. I heard that he's just great, and you know, I think that's true, because I think there's just something about him that he just has that aura of niceness, if you will, something like that. And yeah, he's been really nice to everyone, it seems, to be honest, and it's just really shocking to have such a nice person to just pass away like that. It's kind of unfair, but that's just life, I guess. I don't know, but this is going to be a tribute. This has been actually posted on AOC Zone by Carlos Ferdinand, who is playing as the Goths all the way to the northwest of the map in yellow, and it's going to be pretty interesting because Carlos was the one who actually posted this game on AOC Zone, and I thought I might check it out and commentate on for you guys, just so that we can share what Eason has to give us. And hopefully this won't be the last POZ Eason video I will make, because I would love to see more of this guy in the future. I would love to see what stuff he has brought to the community, and it'll be interesting to see how he plays. To be honest, I haven't actually seen his play style all that well. I don't know what kind of playing style he uses. I don't really know what kind of play he is, because I haven't actually seen a lot of games from him, and I've only seen a few, which is kind of, well, I wish I saw more, because now I can't see anything else. I can't see any other games which he will be playing, so that's kind of sad, really, to be honest. So yeah, but this is going to be a pretty darn good game, because we have the Vikings. Eason's playing as the Vikings all the way to the east of the map in blue, and he's going to be up against Carlos, who is a very, very, very good Goth player, and also a very active player, active person in the community. Should be really interesting to see how the Viking player can go up against the Goth player. We'll just have to wait and see. That's just going to speed things up just a little bit until we get to some real action, and hopefully Eason is going to be able to defend himself against the Goth onslaught, which is probably going to be happening, since Carlos is a very competent Goth player, and it should be really interesting. Now, you know, as the Vikings, they do get okay infantry, not really the best, but they're fine, they're great, and there's not much else to say about that. And well, going to be up against the Goths, which have just epic infantry, especially in the post-Imperial age. So it's going to be interesting to see how he can actually try to defend himself. Obviously, going against archers, going with archers in the feudal age is going to be possibly the main go-to-go unit to go in the feudal age. But once he gets to the once he gets to castle, he might go for mangonels and crossbows. But if Carlos goes for Cascars, which he probably would, judging by his just play style, which we have seen before on Ruby, although I haven't actually commentated any games from him before, and well, it should be interesting to see how this plays out. And Carlos is going to get to the feudal age in a reasonable time, actually. I don't think Eason actually has... I don't think he's going to have enough food, actually, because... No, he's not. I don't know what he's going to be able to do. And Carlos now just clicking up. Still Dark Age for Eason right here. He's on 22 population. Going to be getting to 23 already now. And still not enough food, which is kind of worrying because you really want to get the upper hand against the Goth player. You don't want him to just boom and just get to the post-Imperial Age, because that will just be bad. It's going to be bad. And it does look like Eason is kind of struggling for food. He will get enough sooner or later, but it's going to be close. And he is kind of doing like a really slow flush or a really semi fast castle. I don't really know, but he looks like he will be going for some sort of fast castless, maybe a flush as well, because he is still sending these guys to the mining camp, to the Scold. So 3 villages and gold, that may mean that he will be going for archers. And archers against the Goth player should be okay in the feudal age, especially when Carlos is going for, well, looks like he will be going for, he might go for archers, but he might even go for man-at-arms. We shall have to see. At the moment though, he's probably going to go for man-at-arms actually, because he hasn't actually spent any, he hasn't actually gathered any gold just yet, which is going to be bad. But there we go, militia coming out right now, and those are going to be the first wave of guys that are going to come to Eason's base. Let's see how Eason's going to try and react. He's going to react by putting up a black barracks and possibly going to put up an archer range. I predict it will be the sensible option to do. Obviously, knights, well not knights, scouts aren't going to be so effective against, well, Viking cavalry are just that great, to be honest. They're not that great. And going for archers will be the best option for him to do. And he should put on one right now once he gets enough wood. Oh, sorry, that's Carlos. Wood. There we go. And archer range coming up. He has got 4 guys onto gold. And if he wants to get more archers out, if he wants to get, let's say for example, 2 archer rangers, then he will need about 8, which is putting up another archer range right here. Gonna try and, I guess, put a wall up here just to get this scout out of the way. And right now, he is going to send more onto wood and a lot more onto gold as well. So that's going to be a very nice archer build for him. And this should be pretty interesting, because now these man-at-arms won't be able to get in. And of course, archers are going to be very effective against man-at-arms. But this could be bad, because, man, Carlos could actually try to snipe off his archer, because there's only 1 here. And of course, as we all know, scouts do kill archers very quickly if it's on 1-on-1. But in massed, if there are enough of them, which Eason will probably have, then he will try and be able to push this back very easily indeed. And well, man-at-arms is done for Carlos, so this could be really nice for him. And only 2 archers to defend is not going to be enough, to be honest. It won't be enough indeed. And very nice quick wall here. Ooh, that was pretty darn quick. Nice reflexes right there indeed. Going to be really nice here, but he might be able to snipe off this archer if he can actually chase it down, which might be likely, but it's going to be interesting to see how he can actually do this. And well, he's just chasing him down right here, and man, Eason's map is looking pretty darn good, I actually have to say, especially for an Arabia map. And of course, this is not Green Arabia, this is actually just the Arabia. It's not desert, but it is still Arabia. And well, Carlos is coming in here, but going to be met by these archers right here, so this could be bad for Carlos if he doesn't try to micro this, but even so, he might lose a couple of archers. Eason will, and there's 1 down right here. 1 also very low, so he can try to snipe it off if he wants to. And going to be able to, all of stuff, going to make a fun right here. That's going to deal with all these man-at-arms very easy indeed. Very, very nice play by Eason. That was epic classness. And yeah, Eason's map is looking so wallable. He can just wall around here and pretty much here, and that's his base pretty much protected. And to be honest, as for Carlos, he's got a pretty bad map. This here on the front is going to be really bad for him, and it's very open here. He has tried to wall this off, but not really kind of walling it off. And he does have a lot of idols, which is never a good thing. There we go. He's just trying to task them right now. And this should be interesting because now Eason's going to be getting lots of archers out. And what is Carlos going to be doing? He's massing some skirmishers, and that's definitely going to be a good thing for him to do. Obviously, just creating those skirmishers, going to be able to defend against archers very nicely. But of course, skirmishers do cost food, and that's going to be able to slow your castlage time very, very badly indeed. That's going to be pretty bad actually. If Eason gets out gets to the castlage first, then he will be able to make those knights, which, although they are just Viking knights, they will take down these skirmishers very quickly, even so. And very nice split there, very good. Ash just dealt with, Ash just dodged all of those spears very nicely, and going to be able to chase down Eason right now. And Eason's going to get up to the castle wage very quickly, in quite a reasonable time actually, considering that he has actually been creating archers for quite a long time. But he does have a lot of food right here. In fact, he does have more food, more farms than Carlos has. And that's kind of strange because Carlos is the Goth there, but there we go. This could be bad for Carlos. He's putting up a watchtower right here as these skirmishers try to harass. Not having a lot of luck right here because of course they are just skirmishers, only doing what, 1 damage per shot. That's not so great to be honest. And Eason's going to try and get over here. Going to be met with a wall right here, but he could try to just try to shoot it down and maybe try to bust in. And if he does do that, this could be really nice for him. And he could even try to snipe off his builder. That's going to be really nice as he collects up to the castle wedge. But Carlos now going to try and react right here. This could be bad if Eason doesn't react very quickly, because these skirmishers are going to be able to deal with these archers very easily indeed. Obviously with +1, with fetching done and the +1 armor, this is going to be really bad if Eason doesn't react. And come on Eason, what are you doing? Oh, that was close, but he's going to get chased down and probably lose quite a few archers. This is not going to be good. Yeah, it's not looking good for him. Eason losing four right here, and maybe even fifth. There we go, 5th archer gone down. This is not looking good, but he's clicking up his castle wedge. He's around 50%, but even so, losing these archers to skirmishers is never an ideal thing to do, to be honest. And he will probably lose all of these archers. And nice indeed. And it looks like Eason's not going to be able to get that crossbow upgrade anytime soon, especially when he doesn't have any archers left to ready upgrade. So he might go for knights, he might go for knights. In fact, he's put up a stable right here, so he will go for knights. And my god, knights, Viking knights, going to be interesting to see how they can actually cope with a Goth player. But should be very darn cool indeed. And well, Carlos is still fairly far away from the, well, not far away, he's going to be up there in just a bit, but even so, Eason's up to the castle wage, and what's he going to be able to do? Let's see. Knights. Very expensive stuff actually, and no crossbows just for the moment. He doesn't actually have enough wood. He doesn't actually have enough wood gatherers, to be honest, and he really needs a bit more if he wants to get that Viking boom up. Obviously the Vikings do have a pretty good economy with wheelbarrow and handcart free, so the villagers are going to be a lot more efficient, which is going to be really nice if they want to just get that extremely huge boom. Then probably going to go for arbalests, maybe even go for a couple of knights in the castle wage should be alright, but they shouldn't actually go for a long-term investment of knights. But this will be bad because, oh my god, all of these skirmishers could get completely massacred by this one knight. And my god, hero of Eason right here. This lone knight is going to be able to destroy all of these guys over here. And with only +1 armor done, even so, he's going to be able to destroy these skirmishers so easily indeed. There we go, not losing any health from this knight at all, to be honest. And very nice indeed. Now as you can see here, Carlos is adding in those spears, and this could be, well, spears are going to be okay, but of course you will need to get pikemen if you are to go up against knights, because spears are just a bit too weak, to be honest. They don't have a lot of HP. 3 attack is alright, but of course that is magnified onto a knight, but of course then again spears are just too weak against the castle unit, But then even so, Eason should probably not try to engage his army, especially when it's on a hill, and he just does not have the numbers. Carlos just has such a huge number, and that is basically the power of the Goths. They just have so much stuff, and I just love to see guys playing as Goths. The Goths is just a great civ, and now putting up his fourth town centre right here. My god, he's got 4 town centres. This could be the huge Viking boom I was talking about. And 4 town centres, that's going to be able to rocket his economy straight up. And as you can see here, Carlos is still on the 1. He is, okay, 2 right now. He might be going for a castle. In fact, he is going to be able to get a castle very, very soon indeed. He just needs a little bit more stone. And to be honest, if you put some castle right here, this could be a great location. It's pretty much on the outside of its base, and it's on a hill. So that's going to be able to just protect so much. But the castle right here is going to be okay. It is going to be able to defend this gold, which is a really important thing for not Eason, for Carlos, and he is just stuck on the 1 TC for the moment because he has spent all of that gold onto the stone onto the castle, and gonna go up against a 4 TC Viking player. This should be a pretty hard thing to do actually. And well, what's Eason doing? Well, he's got a monastery right here, and not entirely sure what he's doing right here. He's making another monk, which is kind of strange. Not entirely sure why, especially against a Goth player, because obviously it's not really worth converting these spears and archers and skirmishes and stuff like that, because it's just not worth the effort. It's not worth the risk. But he looks like he's just going to try and get those relics. This should be a very nice thing for him to do. You don't want the Goths to have any upper hand, otherwise it will be your downfall. And he's now trying to engage right here. He has lost 1 knight and going to lose a couple of others to his own mangonels, but this is really good. Use these mangonels to try and focus down these skirmishes and focus down any other bunch tough units. That's really nice for him. But even so, he has lost quite a few knights again, and that's not really good for him. But of course, he does have a huge economy right here, and this could be a really nice thing to do. He has got a lot of farms, and you know, I won't be surprised if he gets up another town centre at all. He does have the stone for it, and in fact he's put up a castle right now, and I just saw that stone go down, so he did put up a castle right, the town centre right here, where, there we go, the town centre right next at the back. That's really nice indeed. For 5 town centres, that's pretty huge actually. 5 town centres and a castle. This could be pretty hard for Carlos to try and attack against. Obviously, one castle from him. Huskarls, of course, going to be a nice unit to try and go against castles. Obviously, with that huge pierce armor. But of course, even so, with so much stuff right here, it's just not going to be great. And he's now going to be getting those. This champion line, I think he will be up to the Imperial Age as well. Actually, if he just has a bit more gold. Oh my god! And this should be really interesting. He's going up against Goth infantry with Viking infantry. Let's see how he's going to be able to go up against this. This should be a really nice thing. This should be great. I can't wait to see what happens. And well, my god, Carlos has a pretty damn huge army, I have to give him that. Eason's on not a lot, to be honest, and meanwhile Carlos is on, what, 35 infantry, 35 and counting. That's pretty damn impressive, of course, but he is playing as Goths, so that's kind of expected for him. But then again, he's only got 1 castle and not really a lot of barracks, to be honest. He's only got 3, which is not going to be enough at the moment. And he also needs a bit more food production. He has got a lot of farms, but he needs a bit more, to be honest. And there we go. Carlos is coming in right here. It's going to be met by these man-charms. They will be upgraded to long swordsmen, but even so, there's just not enough of them, to be honest. And we've got these 2 mangonels right here, just firing these huge-ass rocks down here. But even so, these Huskars are going to be able to destroy them very, very quickly indeed. And it's going to be very nice for him, but of course, Knights just absolutely rip those Huskars to bits. Knights are just so effective against infantry, but even so, there just aren't enough of them. I think that Carlos just has too many, and although Eason does have the sort of right idea, he just does not have the numbers, and he's just putting up a castle right behind, as Carlos just tries to destroy whatever he can destroy. Going to be able to destroy this castle actually if he can just continue to spam these Huskars, which he is doing right now. But since Eason is up to the Imperial Age, we'll get out those lovely Chiang swordsmen right there. And at the moment, he doesn't seem to have enough at the moment. No, he does not. But it should be interesting. There we go. Chance Watson is done, or has been doing. He's at 69%. And this should be pretty darn cool, actually. This is going to be really nice. And this Goth Flood from Cast is just absolutely relentless. It's just ripping this cast to absolute shreds. And man, we're even seeing Berserks right here. This is saying something. You don't see Berserks in a 1v1 Viking by Viking player anytime actually, to be honest, because they're just not so great. But even so, they are going to be able to deal with these Huskars quite nicely, and this could be pretty darn good. And my god, another castle right here on this hill. This could be pretty bad though, because Eason does not seem to be able to get this castle up. There are just too many Huskars just destroying his villages, and there just aren't enough, to be honest. There just aren't enough dudes that Eason can actually try to get out. But this castle is probably going to go up finally right here, but that's 3 castles right here on the front. This could be a pretty darn this is a pretty darn amazing defense right here. Eason right here just defending like a complete champ. My god, this castle is so low, only on 461 HP left. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Carlos tries to go and rush this castle, and this should be really interesting to see if he can actually get it down. But of course, Carlos now on with the upper hand in terms of his population. These Huskars are so cheap. I don't really know how cheap they actually are, but they are pretty damn cheap, I have to tell you that. And what's going to happen now is that Carlos is going to try and go back in right here. Going to be met by these Chance Watermen, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what, these Huskars there's just too many of them, to be honest. There are just too many. And Carlos does not really have enough. Well, I know. Eason does not have the attack upgrades. He does have the defense, which is okay for defending, but he just does not have the attack. And although he has just upgraded to champion, they just aren't enough. I have to tell you that, but they just aren't enough. I've said that so many times that they just aren't enough. But this castle might be going down. Look at this HP right here. It's just fluctuating, but it's going down eventually. Oh my god. No, Carlos, why did you retreat? Oh my god. That was so damn close. That castle was on like 100 HP right there. And this could be the final battle, because Carlos is going to be met by these champions, and of course champions do beat Huskars very easily indeed. And of course these Huskars still only Castle Age Huskars, not elite at all, so going to be met by these Imperial Age units. Never a good thing to do, and this could be the end for this Huskar army of Carlos. This could be the end, because these champions are going to be completely shredding these guys to complete bits. And wow. So many Huskar deaths right there. That was absolutely amazing from Eason. And there we go. Carlos resigning there, saying GG. Well played, Eason. That was a mighty, monstrous defense right there. Well played indeed. And he's still adding some more barracks right here. And it will be a matter of time before Carlos just gets completely overrun by these champions. And of course, he is adding in those champions as well. Wow. What a great game. That was a pretty darn cool game indeed. And there we go. This has been Eason right here. Eason, the power of Eason right here. And I will definitely try to get more games from this guy in the future. But in the meantime, this has been NKZStryker Nathan, and I'm out.